when he wasn't hanging out with me, he was also hanging out with you. I think I took him to get some of the flowers that he gave you before.
Madam, I did not know this part. That's hilarious.
Oh my God, no, because I remember you posting, and I'm like, wait.
I'm done.
Are you willing to go into the cave of your mind? The subconscious part, where memories are stored. Into the cave. Are you willing to go into the cave of your heart, where trauma lives? Are you willing to go into the cave of your life, to look for the skeletons that need to be examined? Remember our choice to find your voice. I know. Are you willing to choose the cave when times are rough? Things get rough. When you've had enough. I know sometimes. Are you willing to go into the cave, into the void, into the quiet spaces of your being, to find your true self? Into the void, into the cave. Let's ground before we get started. I'm feeling like just kind of being in our own space, in our own body, just really settling into where we are. My body's feeling pretty tense right now. I'm feeling excited to do this episode, but my body has definitely been feeling tense as it is shifting because I had this beautiful bundle of joy in my belly. I don't know if you all can see it, but I definitely can feel. So I want us to just, I guess, take some breaths. Maybe we can take a breath through our nose, breathing in and out of the mouth. Taking another breath in through our nose, breathing in and out of the mouth. And then one last breath in. On this breath, when we release, let's make a sound, just releasing any tension or energy that needs to be released before we start. Breathing in through our nose. Taking in a little bit more air, and then out with a noun. Sorry. I was like out with the
all the way.
A noise. Yes, an audible sound. Okay. All right. Here we are.
Hello.
It's so strange because you all are going to find this out right now, but this is my bestie, better than the restie. That was so corny, but it's fine. No, but this is my best friend.
Let me drink my tea.
Yeah, this is my best friend, and also fun fact. The creative direction behind Into the Cave.
Yeah, okay. Let me just breathe. Yes.
Is it different watching the episodes after they're done and then giving your feedback? I actually wanted to ask you this.
What?
I just asked you a question and then I didn't finish it.
Oh,
but
go ahead.
I wanted to ask you, is it going to be weird for you to like edit this video because you're in it?
That's hilarious.
Because you be giving notes and I'm like,
I'm like, so where were we going with this?
Yeah.
It's probably gonna be from me. We'll see. I don't know. This is the first time I'm doing this. Like, it's not. No, it's gonna be interesting. I mean, everything is it feels like a timeline, like to plant the seeds of what your vision was, and then like being here in it, and like just seeing the colors, the physical aspect of consistency, commitment. Like, I'm like, oh, this is what happens when we, take it, not even seriously, but like take it with that real, all right, I'm doing this. So congrats.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Thank you. And just letting you guys know, I'm actually very sensitive. So when she reviews the videos, she be trying to do her notes in the most kind way. So, because I'm like, well, fine, if it's not good, then let's just record the whole thing all over again. I know, I do. Or just cut the whole thing out. No, but I really think it's going to be interesting seeing this episode once it is done and hearing your feedback. I hope you're as critical
I will be
of your own image as you are of mine.
I will. I promise you. And also, like, for me, it's like there's a difference between being like in that behind the scene world and like you got cameras on. Even though like we are both creatives, it's like, oh, like this is back after a long time too. Like I've been in that, seeing stuff behind. So I'm like, you're gonna see a lot of the mask, or maybe not. Who knows? But I'm definitely gonna catch. Definitely gonna catch that. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm just playing. I'm good.
She's also an actress, guys. If you're noticing the dramatics, I just had to, just wanted to name it.
And how you feel?
Okay, I feel. To be honest, I have a headache. Like,
thank you. Let's just call it out.
I have a headache, and this is one, and this isn't the first time. I think there was another episode where I was like sick, and a part of me didn't really want to do it. But consistency, showing up still while taking care of myself. Because honestly, I would say I can get lost in the doing of life and this is what I need to get done. This is what I need to get done as a mother. This is what I need to get done as a program director. This is what I need to get done as a business owner, and almost forget about my artist or not nurture it in the way that it needs to be nurtured. So Into the Cave, this space has been a space for me to still show up for the artist in me without the pressure of, okay, now you have to put on a show. Mm-hmm. It's like I can just talk about what is naturally coming up for me. So yeah, I feel a lot of tension in my temples, like right here. My body is extremely sore, like my hips are opening up and my intestines are moving, to make room for the baby. Yeah, so that's how I'm feeling. How are you feeling?
I'm good. I love that you can be in all the spaces. Even when life is messy, there's a way for you to like express it in a way. I'm just like, yeah, like that's a lot. Like you're creating a life. Like I don't want to just go in from that place of like, I'm listening to you and I'm like, you're creating a life. And sometimes I feel like we're just normalizing every part of life. Like, yeah, I'm great, like I have a whole human being that's being involved. It's like we just kind of like, how you do? Okay, great. Like, and then we just go from, so I'm like, you make me feel like there's a way to live that life in a way that I can be like, it's worth doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's Women's Month?
It is.
Okay. And I think we should talk about just maybe even, there's so many layers, right? Obviously, there's so much to being a woman, especially in today's time. And I think, I don't know how comfortable you are. We didn't talk about this beforehand.
Oh gosh, I knew she was gonna do some stuff like that. Like this is her. She be putting people on the spot. It's like, like if you haven't seen Into the Cave, and that's like to as the creative director, I was like, she has this pattern. And I was like, oh crap, like episode 10 is gonna be like this moment where I'm like, what you about to do, girl? I'm ready, but like, what you about to do?
Okay, so because it is episode 10 and 9 is the end of a cycle, right? 10 is literally 1. It's the beginning. And I think that it would be cool, since it's the beginning, 1 + 0, to talk about, because we always talked about this like in a joking way throughout the years, that like one day we're going to share our story of like how we got to where we are today.
Actually, you're going to do that because I know your ass. Let's do it. Let's go.
So I know I didn't check in with you, creative director.
No, it's fine. This is
but,
totally fine.
I think it just makes sense.
It's fine. Just do it.
Okay. Okay.
Go.
I don't even know where to start. It's a little weird and awkward. Okay. So, how did we become, first of all, friends in the first place?
I don't even know actually when that got established, because we met at this, like, the first time that we met was like Love Mob, right?
There was a Love
yeah.
Mob. You know me, I have photographic memory. So this was the first time we met.
Yeah, it was the first time,
to remind you.
Yeah.
The first time we met was the Love Mob. We were supposed to be doing a jam session, right? And they last minute like canceled. But you and I were already like, you were already at Arya's house.
Yes.
And I was already like on my way there. So Arya's like, well, I've been working with Gladys doing some music stuff, and like, I know the jam session is closed, but like, you're welcome to stay, right? And then we sat and we got to know each other. It was like, oh my God, you're so pretty, all of that. We talked about living the Alchemist.
I know. Oh, yes, we did that. There was so many things.
We talked about the Alchemist and your connection to it. And then I saw, like, he had this like psychedelic art on his, I want to say it was like his bathroom door, or it was facing the living room, and I was like, oh, I saw that in a dream. That's typically
That's it's like the most Siana moment. This I saw in another lifetime. I'm like, that's her in the most beautiful way, because it actually happens. It's insane. Yeah, that's her.
So I'm like, I saw that in a dream, and then Arya was like, oh really? Like, that was from Aya ceremony. I'm like, what's Aya? He's like, ayahuasca, and So anyways.
I think I missed that part.
You probably missed that part. But it was important to me. Hence the mushrooms. To be honest, I didn't even plan. See, this is like a subconscious. I've been wearing a lot of overalls because they're the most comfortable. So I'm like, all right, let me just wear my mushroom overalls. But I'll let you guys know where I'm at in my journey with psychedelics now. But that was my first introduction to any.
See, that's what I'm saying. I missed that, because I remember we had these, like, music brought us together to the jam, and also like the channeling, and I think that it was also respective conversation, and I was not even tapped, like, it's interesting at that moment I wasn't even fully tapped into all of that yet. I was more into the travels, the destiny. What does that mean? Must I go to Brazil?
Right. And I'm like, oh, really? Oh, Brazil. I wonder what's there too.
I know. I'm done.
I was like, whoa, that sounds like, let me read that book too.
But I think this is what is so beautiful about our connection. Because it was a lot of mirroring of, like, we saw each other. Like, it's also like two Black women in the search of our own spirituality. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and also like, we want to attract the coolest, like, people around, including the coolest guy. And like, you're doing this, I'm beautiful, oh. And it just became this thing that at the beginning was a Twilight Zone, but also reveals so many layers around, like, envy, like jealousy, all of this stuff. And I'm just like, wow, like, just to see the full circle again.
That part.
And be like, seeing the spectrum of experiencing womanhood within another woman.
See?
From like young maiden to like
now mother. We were there like all night, and then eventually the real jam session where everybody was supposed to show up a different day did happen, and then we got to meet each other again. And it was great because in that moment I was really just playing small. Like, I didn't really believe in myself. And that jam session in particular, I remember the moment where the individual, who we will not mention the name, it's getting good, guys. Hold on.
I am done.
This is our story.
Go ahead. That was graceful. That was graceful of you. Because me, I'm just playing. Go.
So there was this very, I would say, magnetic, loud, captivating, in-your-face energy embodied in a man, in a gentle man. Who wasn't as gentle all the time. Okay, so, anyways, in that moment,
Go on, girl.
all of the gratitude in me, because my inner child was like, I really want to be a singer, but I don't know if I'm that good. I don't know if I can. And there was something about that man that just like saw that I was holding something back and that I wasn't being who I really am, and that I had something to share. And he called me out in front of the group and was like, sing! You stand up and sing!
Yeah, you're a great storyteller, because I'm like going back to the whole, where was I? I was like right in the...
You were right there. You're like,
no, I was on the floor. I'm
singing.
saying, yeah, I was on the, I just want to see the whole circle. Also the fact that it was like the LA version of the Last Supper.
It was. It was. Very diverse too. Actually,
yeah,
it was.
like, when you think about it, the stories are different, but
yeah.
I'm done. Go ahead.
So
I just want to make sure I was just right.
So
Go ahead.
I stood up and I sang, and everyone was like, "Oh yeah!" I'm like, "Oh my goodness, yeah, I'm good." Okay, so after that night, I didn't know that there was also connections happening with you and that individual as well throughout the night. The boy is mine.
It was basically.
You need to give it up. Had about okay.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So it was raining that night, and he walked me to my car, and I'm like, okay. He needed a ride to his place. To his car, wherever he was. He was with another girl too, to be honest. The boy is mine. I was like, I think I drove both of them to their car. I don't even remember that part in the details. But anyways, so that was when the numbers were exchanged. Like, oh, you're so cool. Let's stay in contact. Cool. Then we became like besties. Him and I were like hanging out all the time. But apparently when he wasn't hanging out with me, he was also hanging out with you. You need to give in.
Go on. Tell the whole story, girl.
Okay. He was hanging out with you all the time, too. And I'm like, I think I took him to get some of the flowers that he gave you before.
Madam, I did not know this part. That's hilarious.
Oh my God, no, because I remember you posting, and I'm like, wait.
I'm done. Now Santa Claus doesn't exist. I'm done.
Oh gosh, this is actually hilarious. Kind of going back.
I'm absolutely done. I'm leaving.
He was like with me during the day and with you at night, and then we would like
Batman.
We would like switch off. So,
yo, what else I need to know?
No. So as we're building this relationship, and then like You hit me up. Oh, the day after. No, the day after we were all we had the group jam session in that magnetizing moment.
We had, yeah.
Because you and I had already connected. Like, oh yeah, I like you. You're pretty. You're cool. Like, let's be friends. So then you hit me up like, what was that guy's name? I'm like, oh, he happens to be here with me right now.
Oh.
Do you remember?
I do.
So I'm like, oh my God, we should all just like hang out. Me, right? You're like, yeah, that would be great. And somehow, I don't know, there wasn't really a follow-up, but clearly y'all two figured out how to hang out with each other.
Really? No, wait, I missed that.
I was like, wait, what happened?
No. This hurts in a different level. Go ahead.
Yeah, so.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so that was that. But then we all spent Easter together for a second.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Remember? We spent Easter together.
Was it here? No.
No,
here.
it was at a different.
Yeah.
It was at
like
my.
As in like that air, like.
It was in LA, yeah, but
Nice.
no, it was in the Valley when I was living in the Valley.
Yeah.
And we hung out, and then that's when
this was actually one of the most like neutral. It was like a good day, right?
That was a good day.
Okay.
It was a great day. And then, you know me, I'm like, well, shoot, I'm starting to feel something. And I was like, do y'all, are something going on with y'all? And you're like, no. You don't remember?
Okay, yeah, no. I forget a lot of stuff.
Okay,
so.
you're like, no, we're just friends. Because you guys had the conversation about not wanting everybody in the business.
Oh, yes.
And I took that as my cue of like, oh, I got nothing to worry about. They're just friends.
God, yes. Okay, yes.
So anyways, that was our little triangle love story. You know, obviously we were in LA and we were like a part of these little conscious communities, and we were naive and young, and we wanted to try things out. We tried to do the collective like dating thing, see what that looked like.
She's still okay. This is where I part ways with her version. She swear by God that we were all into that.
We were going on dates together.
We were not going on dates together.
Oh my God, we went to the clubs together.
But it wasn't on some like we are a poly. Like I think it was more about like. First of all, the fact that around that time we also started to become very like, but I don't think it was on some like let's be a polyamorous. Because around that time, like I had
definitely on his.
Okay, but see, consent.
Intention.
Hashtag consent. Because I did not know.
Definitely the conversations we would have.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No.
Right. So then when you really were like, wait, what is this? No.
Exactly.
No, it's true. That's it.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, I'm not about this. I'm cutting all this off, but I still want to be friends with you. And then that's when it got all strange and weird.
Aww.
So, anyways, you know, we had our moments of like, I hate you. I hate you too.
Definitely. And then we eventually saw the patterns.
Yeah. And then we did the work. And we realized, oh my God, I never hated you. I was just actually a little jealous because I thought you were really, really pretty. And I was like, why did he pick me?
I'm dumb. But true.
Yeah.
True.
But we talked it out. You know, we talked about it. And here we are.
And also, here we are without the fear of any of that. You know, I think that as, you know, like sometimes I even hear the story and it's like, I'm like, what part of it is like comfortable to hear or like even like laughable or like part where I'm just like, no, I don't want to be seen like that. Because eventually like within discovering or just even discovering myself, if I can speak, like I realized that there was a lot of stuff that was also just experimental. And like sometimes I feel like I get scared of like having a conclusion of like, this is who I am versus like, I never, because first of all, you know me enough to know that I never want to be, I'm always like, am I, you know, like the whole, am I abrosexual? Am I this? Like all this stuff. And I think that around that time, it was, I wouldn't say a rite of passage, but it transformed me in terms of like understanding some of the nuances in female relationship that also stems from this type of situation. Because, you know, like, it's not, you know, like, I saw that pattern, and I saw these patterns with other women in our circle, and how the thing that, not to say that that's what everybody has to go through, but the things that I've experienced with you and that I've felt, like, from all these emotions, I think that a lot of time we are so scared to admit, you know what, I am jealous of you right now. I envy you. Or like, you have this feature that I don't, or like vice versa. Mm-hmm. And to be like, wait a second. Like, a lot of people just leave that being internalized versus saying like, let me actually process that and see where's that coming from.
Right.
You know, and so I don't even think, because I'm like, I don't even think I would have understood it without that experience. Or even how to also like evolve into who I am as a person now. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I can see layers, especially with us women, where it's like, it's not like nothing is ever too innocent for us to be like, wait a second, like, what's that?
That part.
And because we've recognized that within each other, like, I think that that's the reason why we're not scared to tell these deep truths about each other without feeling like, if I do that, she's gonna run away, or she's gonna tell me I'm the one who has an issue. Yeah. So thank you for being that for me, my darling.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for sticking it through.
It's actually, yeah.
No, it's a beautiful story.
It's a beautiful story, yeah.
Well, I think also because it's not like a fairy tale ending of, and then there were never any arguments or never any jealousy or never any envy. I think it's just like we know how to be real with each other and share when the stuff comes up. Like, just an invitation for you all. I'm going to speak to women in particular. It's okay for us to have our genuine feelings about our friends, about other women we might look up to. Like, sometimes everything isn't all fine and dandy. It's okay to be like, I'm a little jealous of you. You know, like, ooh, I love you so much and I want to be happy for you, but like, based on where I'm at in my life right now, I really want that for me, and it's so hard for me to genuinely celebrate you right now. Right? And then to not take that as an attack if you're on the receiving end of it. Like, understand that's, wow, you felt safe enough to be that real with me.
For sure. Or to not even condemn. Like, I think that there's the part where the first time that I've experienced that with, I don't remember what it was the first time, but I remember the feeling of being jealous of a woman that I truly love. Like, to what extent is one bigger than the other? You know, for me, is to always say, like, never condemn the other person. Like, you are such a prime and great example of, you know, feeling or experiencing this type of envy, but if there's an opportunity for another woman, you will never block that, you know. And I think a lot of time, it goes beyond the feeling. It's that, no, I'm gonna cut that because I didn't get it. And that's the part that I never understood. I get it, but I think that it's not just about experiencing jealousy and then let it control what you know better, you know?
Right.
Because it's never about the other person. Like,
never.
It's really not.
Mm-mm.
Never.
Never.
It's like never. If anything, it's a catalyst. That's it.
That part. And then if you could get through it, you might find a best friend. you might get
literally.
a best friend. Just saying. Yeah. So I think that fast forward to, I was gonna say now, but even maybe right before we started working with each other on a business side of things, right? So it's like you all just heard where we started, you know, and then we're different. I'm very structure. This goes here and that goes there. And as she said, she's very in the flow, you know, like I'm over here and then I'm over here and then I'm over there. And oh, hold on, I'm right there. You know?
It's true. It's true. It's true. It's true.
And kind of being beside her, seeing her work and grow, I always admired her creativity, her commitment, you're right here. I've always admired your commitment, your due diligence. Like, you don't stop. Like, even if your heart explodes. That's not a joke, guys. Sorry, not to out you like that, but
no, yeah, she's right.
I always admired that, and I actually admired the lack of structure, but then when it was produced, how structured it looked. And then there was also the part of where I'm like, okay, I can see where I can like support you in, fine tuning this a little bit. And like, I would love to have some support over in my business and in my realm, but like, I can't bring all of that like over here. So like, can we find a middle so that we both can work with each other in a way that doesn't give me anxiety, that doesn't give you a heart attack, and like find harmony in that. Mm-hmm. So I think real feedback is important as well. We're in a time where actually it's getting a lot better now. I'm seeing 2025 people are starting to really be like, nah, fuck this. You know what I mean? But 2024 and years prior, there was a lot of just like rainbows and glitter on everything. Like, oh, this, oh, so great. But then like, you're like, well then, if it's so great, why won't you support me? Why won't you collaborate with me?
Yeah, and I think that's also when we can also talk about how much we love each other and care about each other. Because I think like throughout the whole years that we've seen, respectively, like I've seen you in the same collective that I was, or like having your own respective, and like we see the passion, like the commitment, the vision, like all of us here, especially in LA, like are all about like community, but oftentimes like we don't take the time as a group to be like, all right, like what is not working, what is working, like let's do it. And I think that when it became to that for us, we saw two women really caring for what we're all about. Also, we've seen so many, like different moments of like, man, I want to be there for her. Like I want you to win. So like, and what does it take for me to enter your world or you entering mine and saying like, how can I be a plug? Versus just like, oh, because we're friends, because we've passed that. We've passed the, I just trust you because you're my friend. I just trust you because you're Black. I just trust you because you're a woman. And like, we end up having all that splash back to us because we didn't take the discipline to say, this is what it takes. And it's not just about character building. It's true commitment, And so I love that we grew together and how even as different as we've been in our process, like it works so well. We always have these moments where we get in the call and be like, hey, and then get back,
It is the 22nd and you said that you were going to.
First of all, I'm a free agent, okay? I'm a free agent. Don't come for me.
I understand that, but when you are contracted with another company, you need to be thinking about these things. That's literally.
And I'm like, see, that's why you're miserable, because you be doing the most, and now here you are. It's hilarious.
And I'm like, and that's why I made it to where I am right now.
Oh my God, that is so the dynamic of each of our.
That's why I'm so stable. The stable, but not all the way stable. Your life is stable.
Like, okay, receipts, please. No, but I just love that about us, and also seeing that it's no longer a conversation. Like we've done a lot together. Yeah. We've built, or even not necessarily built, but like expanded each other's businesses. We've also like build a beautiful community, you know.
Speaking of Women's Month, all of the things that we've done together, where we are now, just to circle back when I was speaking about my first moment of being introduced to plant medicine in ceremony, which was the first moment I met you.
What?
Did you not hear the whole story? I'm saying my first Aya ceremony came from me seeing that poster in Arya's house. And then Arya invited me to my first Aya ceremony. Okay, so boom, plant medicine. Boom. Okay, mushrooms on my jumper. Okay, we're talking about evolution, our businesses, hard work, dedication, structure. I actually went back to school, guys.
She did.
And I am now a certified psychedelic assisted therapist. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes.
And my company, IBIM, through Black Swan Academy, will be holding ceremonies and doing individual ceremonies, calling it ceremony for a reason, because before getting a piece of paper from a university that says you have the credentials now to practice the ancient practices of your ancestors. That's a whole nother story, whole nother episode. We're not going to go deep into that, right? But I had already gone through numerous initiations, sat with numerous medicines, and just had a clear calling that this is what I was meant to do. And being in the psychology field, kind of seeing how a lot of conscious communities have neglected the mind, like the mental aspect of some of the individuals they would welcome into the space without assessing, without knowing proper dosing and things of that nature. People can really go into psychosis and get stuck there. So learning the science piece of things and how to incorporate the indigenous lineage as well as the psychology lens, I feel actually a lot more confident and prepared to support people on their journeys. And I think that had I not already had a certain structure in place, like with IBIM, with a team, she's on the team as well. This goes beyond into the cave, guys. But like having a solid team and being able to have a prescriber on the team and really do this the ethically and responsible way. I just wanted to first thank you for always believing in me and pushing me and telling me to keep going. And I want to let you all know that that resource is available. So IBIM.com, which this person, she's not even a web designer, but she did.
We make stuff happen for the people that we love. Okay?
Listen, you would have thought she went to school for this. It's such a beautiful website, and it really shows who we are as an organization. I don't even want to say company, just like as a collective, as an organization. And I would just love for you all to go into that space to get a better understanding of what I do. And also, if you click on the retreats, you'll be led to her site. Do you want to talk about I Know a Place?
No.
Oh.
I'm just playing.
Dang. I'm like, well.
No, but yes, you can. We also expanded, IBIM with what I do in the realm of like hospitality, to some extent also therapy, but it's all about basically having a cultural agency that brings back, some of the approach that have been lost, within our own tribal principles, like I think about, you know, things like business culture, community culture, and like what does it look like to establish, you know, real legit business structures, but also within principles that reflects who we are. Because, you know, like I think some of the stuff that you and I sometimes like clash on is also the part where I'm like, I want us to start building systems that reflect who we are, whether it's like tribal people, or to some extent like all the categories that we belong to, even like on a neuro aspect. And I decided to have this agency to bring all the dopest people together and create experiences, but also programs that becomes blueprint of how we want to do it at that society level. So like I do it with different business partnerships. Obviously, we are a reflection of that. But it's been our mission to just integrate culture in a way that is not just to be performative about it. You know, it's to remember that legacy is also the opposite of that brainwashing that we've been used to. And so I just want to make sure that we remember our roots when we build together, that we remember what is missing in the way that we built. And so I just have this incubator to make sure that that happens in all the partnerships that I built. And everybody lived happily ever after.
Facts. Also, her food is amazing. If you're on the East Coast, you should visit Triple Sun.
If you're anywhere in the world, okay?
Well, that's true.
No, I'm just playing.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
if you if you are in Newtown or New Jersey or Pennsylvania or, you know, the surrounding areas, New York, Philly, all of that,
all of them,
all of those areas, visit head chef Gladys Nyoth at Triple Sun.
Thank you.
Yeah?
Thanks. Okay.
Well, it's episode 10, and we already talked about, you know, 1 and 0, 1 being new beginnings, you know, the start. Our spirit animal. Our spirit animal for episode 10.
Yes.
Okay.
I know. If you knew her, you would know that at any point it could be a invitation of some crazy stuff.
No, I'm just gonna out myself, okay? I was not as present this month, like in terms of, because, you know, typically I'm like super present, and then the spirit animal comes to me, and then I'm like, this is a spirit animal for episode 10. But I think I was more excited that my best friend was coming.
She's like, oh, my bad, I need to make up.
I was like, oh, right. What's the spirit animal?
Yeah, it may not be some crazy animal. I will leave.
Well, I don't know. We're about to find
Okay.
And don't talk about, oh, why are we pulling cards either, because I could hear your creative director.
That what?
No, because remember you like, we shouldn't pull cards every episode.
Just relax.
Look at you guys getting behind the scene conversation.
I need you to relax.
Okay.
Just go with your spider.
Thank you.
Your little spider.
Because I'm like, I need my spirit animal for this episode, but you'll get to pick it.
Fine. I get to pick it.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
And again, you know, it's still Cara Elizabeth. Cara Elizabeth, I don't even know what you look like, but I love your deck.
Cara, way to talk.
For real. Honestly, I use this deck so much. I would love to, I don't know, let people know where to find this deck.
For real. Also, you're an amazing promoter. Like, I don't like promotion, but the way that you be, when you really feel something, whether it's a pickle or
Dude,
or
this was, I was like, I found it on Amazon, and I'm sorry, guys. This is, but I know. Look, I just had to say,
Madam,
that was before all of this. That was before all of this, and that's why I just
like, what
said
am
it
I
out
gonna
loud.
do with this?
I said it out loud. I know. We're boycotting
like,
Amazon nowadays.
This whole editing is
Cara, we need your website because no one can go to Amazon anymore.
Yep.
Oh. For more info, visit
There you go.
KaraElizabethSpeaks.com.
There you go. You did it.
I'm sure that you'll be able to find more of her decks there. I don't know if she has more, but I'm just...
Not you. You just created more.
I'm just guessing.
She's,
I'm just
retired
guessing.
somewhere.
No,
But
but...
like, girl, I helped you.
Dude, okay.
All right.
Okay, here you go.
Okay.
I'm so dramatic.
You're literally dramatic. I thought it was going to be more dramatic in this episode. Also, I haven't cried yet, so this is a good sign.
We're going to cry.
We don't have
I really don't know if we are. I just said that. Okay. Oh, so cute. And I think it's perfect. It's a black swan.
A black swan. Let me see. What
See
is it?
beyond the past. Okay, we're going to read it now.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, no, you should read it.
No, because I have an accent.
That's what makes it better. Come on. Remember back in the day when you used to pull the cards and read it in your oracle voice?
I've changed.
I would hope so. But
I've changed.
can you tap into that? There we go.
Oh no, I'm gonna cry.
It's actually really perfect for this episode.
I can't do this. Ugh. See beyond the past. The beautiful. Why am I getting emotional for no reason?
No, this is gonna be good.
The beautiful black swan. The fable of the ugly duckling tells of a baby swan that nested with baby ducks. All the ducks made fun of the little swan for how different it looked. Not the immigrant story. I'm sorry. Which made him feel inherently not good enough. Little Swan compared himself to what a duck should look like rather than own the nature of his true self, a swan. Sadly, Little Swan began to assume the identity of the ugly duckling. As time went on, Little Swan grew and became the most beautiful black swan, and some will even say more magnificent than the common ducks that bullied him. This card is a story of what happened to the black swan as an adult. Reflected in the water is his heartbroken child self. Despite how gorgeous Black Swan became, he suffered from severe shame and feelings of unworthiness. He could not see the glorious truth of himself. He became crippled by the delusion that something was inherently wrong with him. He believed a wicked distortion that diminished his worth. He was utterly unaware of his captivating beauty and could honor neither himself nor the gifts the great mystery bestowed upon him.
See?
He became obsessed with outside validation. I'm done.
Right.
I'm leaving.
See?
And compare himself to other, what is this, winged?
Yeah, other winged creatures.
Other winged creatures. The ugly duckling finally woke up to his true self as the beautiful black swan and asked you to do the same. Swan's medicine asks you to accept that you feel your insecurities, but do not submit to them. Whenever you feel small, it is not reality. It is the old story in the programming that brainwashed you. Please wake up from the illusion and honor what the Great Spirit gifted you. The gift of yourself. No one in this world is like you. Own that you're a rare miracle. Bam!
You see
That was
that?
perfect.
That was perfect.
That was so good.
It also made me think about, just like growing up neurodivergent, for you growing up as an immigrant, having a thicker accent than you don't really have a thick
It's not
accent.
that thick.
No, not now, but I imagine when you got here.
I was literally playing. No, that's our story. It's our story.
It is our story. I was an ugly duckling.
You were
duckling.
never an ugly duckling.
No, I felt like an ugly duckling, and then I was comparing myself to you, winged creature.
What's wrong? We black swans together. See, that's the thing. I'll accept whatever she says. Because what? Because what? I'm just like, see beyond the past.
That part.
And also, it's time for us to see beyond the past. And one of the things I would say is this month is not just about celebrating women, but trusting them. in our system and designing different structures that don't always, talk about, profit and I'm not saying that that's the case for every experiences that we're living here, but I just urge people to start investing in more women because yes, it's like all good for us to talk about our story, but I think that the reason why it's also important for us to spread our story and our message is for us to say like, all right, like we've literally been giving chances of narratives that no longer serves us.
Right.
And I want us to, for all the women who watch this episode, to remember obviously how powerful we are, but that is literally our season.
Yeah. And can, this is going to be a little controversial.
Oh God. I'm getting deported tonight. Is that what's happening?
No.
Go ahead, I'm scared.
I would not with them. I don't care. Okay. I know. You're like, get me out of here.
Get me out of here. And I'm saying.
No. So I am so over this whole independent woman, like, image.
Speak on it.
All the women independent. No.
She does not like that at all.
No.
What she's trying to say is, if you can remember anything, is women do less. Remember that too.
Yes.
Do less.
And can we do it together? Forget this independent stuff. Independent? No. Actually, help, please.
Not that face. It's not even about that. I think it's just the balance. It's in balance. Yeah. Women do less. Trust that. Do less.
Do less.
Do less.
Make more.
That sounded like a Colgate commercial, but that had nothing to do with what you just said. All right. That's it.
It felt like a...
And also I want to give you your proper flowers. I'm so proud of you being here, bringing amazing people in, having real conversation, fighting trolls online,
Oh my God, yes.
We don't...
Okay. I'm just speaking my truth, guys.
Okay.
That's for the trolls. I'm not an expert here, all right?
Oh, God. Just get your flowers. Be proud of what you're doing.
Thank you. Actually, just like, I forgot.
What?
Look, we have our first sponsorship during Women's Month.
That's true. That's true.
I think we should shout out Lightfully Behavioral Health.
Okay, you want to tell more about them?
Yeah, so Lightfully Behavioral Health is a mental health facility. They have residential care, PHP, IOP, all women owned. And being in the industry for over 15 years, there's been a lot of companies who have recognized my gift and brought me onto their team. But Lightfully has been the first organization to say, actually, we just want to sponsor you. We just want to allow you the space to reintroduce yourself to the industry and to offer what you have. So we have an event coming up on the 27th of March called The Village.
Which is a full circle for all that we've been doing together. Yes.
Yeah. So if you are in the mental health industry and you're interested in learning more about that event, let us know. We would love to have you there. It is a private event. It is capped at a certain number.
It is so capped. It is so
at
capped.
a certain number. So
Capped.
serious inquiries only. No, but yeah, I'm proud of us. But we are about to transition to the experiential part. So I think it would be cool to do an experiential where I'm going to be saying, like, I know a place, and then fill in the blanks.
Oh my God, no.
Yeah. I'm going to say, I know a place, fill in the blank. I know a place, fill in the blank. And then you're going to say, IBIM, fill in the blank. IBIM, fill in the blank.
Okay.
Look at your face. Why are you so against this now? I think it's beautiful.
I think it's beautiful too. I'll get into. Let's do it.
Okay. Okay, can you time us, Matt? I know a place where I feel accepted. I know a place where I am nourished. I know a place where I feel whole. I know a place where I'm cared for. I know a place where I'm inspired. I know a place where I can connect with community. I know a place where I can be myself. I know a place where I can trust myself. I know a place where I am trusted. I know a place where I am welcomed. I know a place where I am loved. I know a place where I can seek refuge.
That's time.
Okay, so I have a foreign question.
Yes.
When you say IBIM, how does that make sense for a sentence?
No, you see, make it make sense.
But my French brain doesn't process. Give me an example.
Okay.
IBIM, amazing, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Got it. IBIM, a legacy. IBIM, a disruptor of the norms. IBIM, a light in the darkness. IBIM, the darkness in the light. IBIM, soft on myself. IBIM, here. IBIM, my sister's keeper. IBIM, IBIM, IBIM with my ancestors.
That's time.
It's beautiful.
That was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
Okay, now, can you sing something? No? Yes? Just something pretty. I haven't heard you sing in a very long time.
We literally can do that after this episode.
Okay.
But we can if you want to sing something.
What do you want to sing?
I don't want to force things.
Okay, fine.
I'm also the disruptor of this episode too. You know, these poor guests always have to follow what she has up in her sleeve, and today I'm saying no.
No, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
And also because I'm just, I think I'm in a space, I'm trusting where I am in my creativity. I think that if I can say or add to anything to this episode is like I'm comfortable for the first time in being in that building space, and then when I get to the creativity, it's the Cancer in me, I'm like, not yet.
Okay. Well, stay tuned, everyone. This lady's voice is bonkers. And if you do want to hear something, you can go to her Lost Boy page.
I will. Oh, I love her so much. I love her so much.
If you're on my page on Instagram, there's a lot of collaborations. So all you gotta do is click, and then right in the bio, then you click, and then it goes to the Lost Boy, and then boom, you'll get to see Gladys, Lost Boy from the motherland. Okay, I'm done. Thank you for watching episode 10.
Thank you. Thank you for actually all the. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. We are growing together. Also, just so that it's clear, we welcome every feedback. We don't do toxic trolling because we are the wholesome ones.
I don't need to say.
Okay, we're done.
I'm done.